What?
Wait, shit.
You're not in the frame. Jeez Louises. Anyways, hi everybody. I am coming to you guys in the morning before I go to work. This is the first time I've ever done a video like this. So please, please, please bear with me if it's a little different than how it is after I've gotten off work. Let's get right into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 2, Episode 3. And y'all just go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. You know you want to. Yeah. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yeah. Hit that like. I say it like. I'm retarded. Moving on. Okay. Carly Rae decides she wants to start rapping like Nicki Minaj in order to ensure the fact that her old ass is going to have a career. While doing so, she calls Rashida in, who brings in the new girl, Tracy Steele, to the studio so that she can listen to this diss track that she's doing for K. Michelle, because K. Michelle did a diss record for her, from her understanding. Okay, like, this is my thing. You can't necessarily call something a diss song if it's not all about you. Okay? K. Michelle put out a mixtape and she talked about you motherfuckers on the show that she doesn't like. That was pretty much it. So I don't feel like she was giving you any special attention, Carly Rae. I mean, she doesn't like you, so she went off just like she always does about how your booty cheeks are all, you know, awkward and all of that. And I'm like, she has no room to talk because her booty cheeks are awkward, period, compared to the rest of her body. So I just want her to, you know, get that into perspective before she wants to keep talking about everybody else's fake ass. But anyway, Rashida is like, she don't really want to get on. I don't want to put my boys on no diss record. You know, this Georgia Peach. You know, I'm not about to put this shit on no record. You know, I don't know if I want to do that because I really don't give a fuck about, you know, the girl that was, you know, eating grass outside the zoo when I had passed there last week. And I'm like, bitch, shut your stupid ass up. I just feel like, I don't know, y'all. Yeah, like, I don't know what's wrong with her. Like, Rashida, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I still don't, like, I like Rashida. I'm actually a fan of Rashida's music. But the thing that drove me about last season was her telling K. Michelle that maybe that shit didn't happen to her. And it's like, you know, there's a certain level of sensitivity you should have towards somebody when they feel so passionately about something like that. Why would you feel like it was okay to tell her that it might have not happened, like she's making it up or some shit? Just say that that's your friend and you don't want to talk about it no more. You don't want to be put in the middle of the shit because that's your friend and all of that. And just like, you know, you hearing what he say, you hear what she say, you know, whatever you saying, but you don't come out and say that she's lying just because you friends with Toya. And let me tell you something. All that, oh, that is my very, very, very good friend. Okay, bitch, y'all probably went on a couple of vacations together. Y'all have hung together before. Okay, all right. But unless this bitch knew you when you was working at Winn-Dixie, like, I'm sorry, when you was getting wick from Winn-Dixie, if you know what I mean? If she knew you back then cool, but I'm gonna need for y'all to pump y'all brakes on y'all whole, you know, our friendship. Like, I'm just, like, I'm annoyed by that. But moving on, anybody got time for that? So Scrappy and hold on. What the fuck is wrong with Carly Rae? First of all, Carly Rae is like, oh my god, bitch. What is wrong with you? She's so fake. She's so fucking fake and overly excited about everything. She's trying so hard and expressing, oh my god, like, really? Are we talking really good? So, oh my god. Shut that shit up. Like, I feel like somebody just smacked that shit out of her face. Like, it drives me, y'all. It drives me to the umps, okay? I don't even understand it. I don't live for it. It does nothing for me. Carly Rae, sit the fuck down. Moving on, Scrappy and Erica. Scrappy comes home high as fuck to tell Erica about how Mama D brought Shay to the studio. And Erica's face went from, oh yeah, what's up with your mama? Say, what she got going on? What? What? Do I need to have a conversation with Mama D? Like, woman to woman? Do we need to talk woman to woman or some shit? Woman to woman. I'm sorry. But anyway, I was just like, you can see it right there. That was the beginning of the fuck shit. When he told her that shit, She was livid. She didn't even have a fucking appetite no more. The bitch was so mad, okay? Please don't get it fucking twisted. She was pissed off. She sat there and act like it was cool for the moment, but I promise y'all that the blood went here. I promise you it went here. You feel me? Anyway, so, you know what I mean? She just goes off into this blank stare. And he's just like, you gonna fix me something to eat, bitch? Like, you gonna sit down? You gonna stay?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Fix a nigga something to eat. I was watching Much Love from KY, and we disagree on some things on this episode, but we agree about one thing. We both need for Scrappy to pick the outfit he gonna wear for today and focus just on that. Today. Okay? This nigga got a beater, a shirt, a blazer, a scarf, a jacket, sunglasses that look like they're for women. Like, shit, it's too much going on. Plus, he has a big star roar right here on his fucking neck right here. In his chest area, okay? And I just kind of feel like you got too much going on right now, nigga. Like, I really just want to focus on your teeth. But you're making that very hard with all this busy shit going on everywhere. Like, give me a break. So then we get to Mimi's housewarming party. And K. Michelle is already there. And Rashida, you know, gets there and with Ariane. And they're not talking to each other. They're not addressing each other. And, you know, of course, Mimi is whining about why she left Stevie J's house. Blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. And then, for some, you know, odd reason, I don't know, Ariane says, so y'all not gonna speak to each other? It's a housewarming party, y'all. Y'all not gonna speak to one another? And I'm like, bitch, it was going so well. Why did you have to say something? Why did they have to speak to each other? They are two grown-ass women. If they wanted to address one another, then they would have done it on their own. They didn't need a push from you, Ariane. Even though I understand you were trying to understand, is this entire day gonna be y'all two ignoring each other? Because if that's how it's gonna be, I probably just wanna know. And I'm like, okay, I understand, Ariane, but I also need for you to understand that these are two bitches that are gonna fight. You don't need them to talk to one another, okay? They don't need to converse. That's not what needs to happen. But they start going back and forth when, you know, Rashida is like, I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't want to have no beef with no other grown-ass woman. But, you know, and I know that you know, I've been on your mind a time or two. No, bitch. Yes, bitch. Because you're always on somebody's fucking blog talking shit. Bitch, and you must have been living under my bed. You must have been living under my bed to know what was going on in my relationship. And you know, like, nobody give a fuck about your relationship. You need to be worrying about that fake ass when it drop on the ground, when them pistols start blowing and your fucking ass end up in the hospital. Like, Rashida got real as fuck in that moment. And I was like, did she just threaten her life, telling her you gonna be in the hospital and you bitches thought that conversation was gonna end cool? And then she gets up to leave, and then K. Michelle says, tell Kirk I said hey with his 3 earrings. And I don't know why Rashida was so pissed off by this comment, because it's not like that's the first time she said something about Kirk being gay. So I really want for Rashida to pull shit into perspective. If you was gonna jump across the table, you should have done it about 10 minutes before this, instead of when you was out the fucking door leaving and you decided to come back inside so you could chest up to her. Now, in all honesty, I felt like, Mimi, you should have stopped her at the door. You were at the door. If you didn't want shit to pop off, why didn't you stop her? You knew what the fuck she was going to do, but you wanted to see that shit happen. So stop acting like you was mad that they fought in your apartment. Stop acting like you was mad, because you ain't do shit to try to stop the shit, okay? Arian, neither did you. Y'all sat back and watched that shit like the production crew that was sitting around, you know, taking the fucking camera and shit. Like, you tripping for getting mad about that shit because you ain't do nothing. I don't even understand, y'all. But anyway, she comes up to K. Michelle, and K. Michelle must have her hand by the candle, and she was like, what, you gonna throw that fucking candle at me? And I'm like, why did you say that? Because you know she gonna throw it now. Why did you even say that shit? You walked up to her like a grown woman, and I feel like, K. Michelle, that was some bitch shit. That showed me that you probably ain't got no fucking hands if you gonna throw a candle and kick the girl instead of getting your ass up off that stool and chesting up to her like you so body get shouty out this bitch. You always running your fucking mouth. You should have stood up and braced up to her like a woman, but instead you want to throw shit. Like, come on now, K. Michelle. I expect more out of you, bitch. Like, get your life together. If you gonna be about this life, be about this fucking life, or shut what they call the fuck up. At Much Love from Nina. Shout out. She said that shit, and it just came out just now because I felt like that was a thing to say at the time as well. Okay? Anyway, so then for some reason, K. Michelle was like, My name Rashida and I rap like Shawty Lo. I was like, oh shit, she do sound like Shawty Lo when she rapped. That shit was hilarious. Oh my God, K. Michelle, but your wig was dead, bitch. I don't know if that was your real hair, and the only reason I think that's your real hair is because that shit was fuck the bird. It baffles my mind why it's not Rashida's fault as well, because when they go on the roof and Rashida is apologizing to Mimi for what happened, Mimi is like, oh, it's not your fault, and Arian comes up there and says that she's upset at K. Michelle for throwing the candle. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I would be pissed at her for throwing that candle too, because them fucking candles be like $20-something, and you throwing people candles and shit at their housewarming party. Now they got that fucking candle wax everywhere. And do y'all know how hard it is to get candle wax off shit? I'd have been pissed off too, but she got her maid service, so she probably worked that the fuck out. But I also feel as if it's Rashida's fault. Why y'all not blaming Rashida? Rashida walked her ass out the apartment and came back inside to fight her. And you mad at K. Michelle? Like, what the fuck was she supposed to do but whatever she did? Like, I'm just saying, what was she supposed to do? What would you have done? And I think that's when K. Michelle asked her the same thing. When they meet up later on to talk about it, K. Michelle asked her, what would you have done if you and Jocelyn had got into it, and Jocelyn had got all up in your face? And she was like, she wouldn't. And I'm like, bitch, Jocelyn would get all up in your grill and you wouldn't do a goddamn thing. I want to see you do something. I really do. I want Jocelyn to get in your face just to see if you gonna do something, because you talk big game, but I ain't never seen you back none of it up. So I really would like to see that happen in the near future. If you gonna talk about it, bitch, be about it. But I mean, all the disrespect has already happened, so I don't understand what else like Jocelyn could do at this point. Anyway, Scrappy goes over to Mama D house to check her for bringing Shay to the studio. And he's explaining that nothing is going to happen. He wants to know how they was even talking. Like, why were y'all even talking to each other? And she was like, believe it or not, I ran into her in the street. And he was like, bitch, you lying. He didn't call his mama bitch, but he was like, you lying. You lying right now. I don't believe that at all. Like, why you telling me that, man? So, and she says that, she says that she's out there, because he was like, that's not your area. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. And she was like, what you mean? I got my scope. And I'm out here scoping over all the land, looking at all of the peasants, peeping shit out, checking on the guards. And I see this bitch, and she in a courtyard. And I'm like, that bitch is bad. And I want you to have that bitch, because you the prince. And what you supposed to have is the best, and that's the baddest bitch I done seen walk up in the corridor. And I want you to holler at her on some Harry Potter Hermione shit. Forever, forever, forever. We got kids and shit. I know Harry Potter and Hermione was not together, but I want y'all to understand that at the end of Harry Potter, both of them were married and had kids. Okay? Just want y'all to understand that. Anyway, but okay, just in case you gotta explain shit to people, but I just kind of feel like Mama D is in Never Never Land, and it's like she's never gonna come back. You know what I mean? Like, she's never gonna come back. And Scrappy is like, hold on, Ma, you taking this shit a little bit too serious right now. Okay, she calling guards and shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. Anyway, Mimi and Stevie meet up, and y'all, this is like, to me, I felt like this is the best fucking scene. Like, it just gave me the most giggle, okay? Stevie sits down with his fucking teacup, and he was like, you look beautiful. How you doing? I want to see my daughter. Where she at? Where you living at? So Mimi's like, we need to make a schedule. We can do that. We can definitely make a schedule. Nah, I'm not used to that. What you want me to be like? Monday at 6 p.m.? Tuesday at 7:30? Nah, that's not how I'm used to getting down. Where you living? What you doing? You messing with somebody? You got somebody around our daughter? He look better than me? He got a body like me? What? He is talented as me? And she just sitting up there. None of that is any of your business, Stevie. You just need to worry about our daughter. And he's like, where you live? You know what? I'm not gonna beg you. I'm gonna find you. Don't forget, Ann, I'm in here. What you thought a nigga like me was gonna let you get away from me? You can't get away from me, bitch. I'm in here. So what you gonna do, Stevie? You gonna beat me? You gonna pistol whip me? Drag me down the hallway, nigga? I don't care. I got a place of my own. I don't need you. I'm out. She kissed him on the cheek. I mean, he kissed her on the cheek. The way I remember the scene on What's Love Got to Do with It, where Tina had got out the hospital from the overdose, and he was in that bitch with Tanya. Tanya, hey, fuck, like, yeah, he fucked around and got in the hospital, bitch. What you for what? For that? These hospital bills and ran me to. See, now you gotta get on stage, bitch.
For what? For some shit I did to you?
For what? For that overdose that I, the pills I was sneaking you so you could get over the fact that I just raped your ass? Yeah, that shit. Y'all remember that? That was fucked up. He had coke on his nose and gonna kiss on the cheek, and then the coke was on her face. I was like, you leave the coke on the bitch face like that? Like, that's disgusting. How you just gonna have coke on people? What type of kiss he gave her, and he got up and left. And I'm like, y'all fucking shit. He beating. I'm telling y'all, he may not be beating them as far as leaving marks or punching them in their face and shit like that. Cause some dudes go far and some dudes know not to leave no marks. And Stevie J is probably the type of dude that knows not to leave any marks because he's the good guy. Like, he just do all kind of shit with his mouth. It's like, what are you doing? Anyway, Jocelyn is performing with that hard ass booty hanging out of them tights. And I'm like, crack, put it away. Like, nobody wants to see that. That's not sexy. Like, I want to see the crack of your ass when there's nothing else on your ass. I don't want to see your ass. But I'm just saying, like, when I see a bitch ass, I don't want to see the crack of your ass just out. Just be out there and your crack of your ass is with us. Like, we just all together in the club. Like, no. I don't want to see that. Then on the gay club, she's singing that same fucking song. Aporita, asalita, oleriva selemita, anasquebelesa la felesona catarita. And they be like, bitch, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what are you saying to me? What country are we in? I'm not being like racist or nothing like that because I like me some fucking Spanish music. Okay, I like some salsa. I like Selena. I like Willie Colon. I like, you know what I'm saying, Hector Lavoe and shit. Like, I get down with the Spanish music. Okay, don't go there. But, bitch, if you're gonna be in an English-speaking gay club, could you speak some English? I just want a song in English. That's all I'm saying. Like, cross over, bitch. Cross over. Anyway, she finished, so her booking agent, Dawn, the bitch with the horrible fucking bangs, is in there giving her money. $3,500 for you, $3,500 for me. She give her a little bit extra for booking a good show because it was such a good show. It was a good show, right? It was a good show. And then Stevie walked up in there, and I ain't gonna lie, Stevie fit was nice. Stevie fit was nice as shit. He came in there, where's the bread? Where's the bread? Where's the bread? She's like, what bread? Stevie, don't fucking come in here asking me for no motherfucking money, okay? You know what you do? You get your mother to make to clean your house. You find my motherfucking contract. Then you come back here and maybe I'll give you your 30% until I get the fuck up out my face because you know I want to slap you in your fucking face. Get the fuck up out my face. Her English was perfect at that moment. Her English was perfect at that moment. She has been getting fucking speech lessons. Y'all better tell Mona Scott Young to do it because I know Mona Scott Young was like, maybe we should get you some speech lessons. And she was probably, really, Mona? You think we gonna do that? Like I could just imagine the conversation in my head. And she's like, her and Dawn dupe out or whatever. But Stevie was like, so you the manager now? Or you the artist, bitch? What are you doing here? Like, he was like, nah, I'm the co-manager, bitch. I'm the manager. She was like, let's go. Stevie, we don't have any money. So Stevie didn't get his 30% because Jocelyn don't have her contract. They outside talking about a fucking dumpster. I'm like, that was the only space that y'all could talk by a motherfucking dumpster, bitch? Really? Is that where we at in our lives? That we talk about dumpsters just all arbitrarily because there's a fucking, studio basically set up around us and production and shit, so we was gonna have a conversation about some dumpsters? Sorry, that just kind of bothered me. And she called fucking Stevie J a turtle. A teenage mutant ninja turtle. Teenage mutant ninja turtle. In a shell. Turtle power. Anyway, so K Michelle, I told y'all that she gonna apologize to Mimi. Mimi got over it, and I still feel like it was both of their faults and not just K Michelle's, even though K Michelle shouldn't be throwing fucking cans with people house. Okay, so Jocelyn and Carly Rae old ass is walking in the park. And this scene is actually on TV right now, and that's so funny, I've caught up. And Carly Rae is saying that Benzino still wants her because she got diamonds. Rubies. Diamonds. I got rubies. Diamonds all up in this area. And I'm like, Carly Rae, stop being so fucking thirsty for attention. You so whack. Like, why? Why is she saying all of that? And then she tells Jocelyn that Benzino told her while watching a video of Jocelyn touching all over herself that he fucked Jocelyn. Do y'all really believe that? Do y'all really believe that Benzino would tell this bitch that he fucked Jocelyn? Do you really think he was, if he did, do you think he would tell her that shit? I think he's a little bit smarter than her, and I think she's lying. I think she's trying to start shit between Benzino and them because she mad because Benzino don't want her fucking ass no more. He played her out at the reunion last year. Like, that's what I think. I think that Carly Red is full of fucking shit. In all honesty, I do. But anyway, so they have that little conversation, and I kind of feel like, why the fuck are y'all friends? But anyway, Jocelyn was like, I just wanted to get some advice from her old ass. And I'm like, her old ass is still hanging with young bitches because she's in the mind of a young bitch, okay? She ain't gonna give you no fucking advice. Look at her life. Like, girl, please, leaps and bounds. Try harder. Anyway, so then we get to the family dinner at Erica's house. And Scrappy wants to know why Mignon don't like him. And she's like, she feels as if she has only recently started to, you know, hear good things about Scrappy. So Scrappy is like, nah, babe, you need to come sit down. Just recently, I'm upset because you don't know the good side of me. And it's like, nigga, when you cheating and leaving bitches all the time, the good side of you is irrelevant. I just want you to know that. And I also want you to get off the fucking mama and stop saying in the confessionals that she trying to act like she ain't got no skeletons in her closet. Nobody said that she didn't have skeletons in her closet, but that's still Erica's mama. You trying to tell her that she don't have the right to feel protective of her child because she had a drug problem a few years ago? Really? Is that what you're saying? That's some fucked up ass shit. And I feel like he's a real asshole, and that's not his place to keep talking about that shit and keep mentioning it like it got something to do with the fuck he done wrong in their relationship. She has every right to feel how she feels, Scrappy, okay? Now, I think this whole little argument that started was because Erica was already mad. Erica was over there fixing people food. Erica didn't even really want to be in this conversation initially. I feel like Erica didn't even want them to have that dinner because she was still mad at what happened with Mama D and Shay. So when she sat down and he's still talking to her mom about, you know, I guess he must have said something about the mama being disrespectful with how she feel about him or whatever. She was like, how disrespectful? That's how I feel. And he was like, all us motherfuckers gonna be disrespectful. She like, hold up, I'm not your motherfucker. And that's when Erica was like, no, I'm not your motherfucker either. And at first she went off at Mama D about calling her a bitch. And Scrappy was like, mama, don't call my lady, don't call my wife no bitch no more. And she was like, understood, the princess spoken. And I'm like, she full of shit and he knows it. So that whole little thing that they did, I feel like Mama D is sitting up there antagonizing Erica, and Erica is getting pissed off at it. But the thing that Erica didn't realize was that you reacting like a little young ass mad ass child when Mama D is acting like a grown ass woman at this point because she's doing what she intended to do from the beginning, which is break y'all up. She's trying to break y'all up. She ain't trying to fight with you. She's trying to break y'all up, and you don't realize that. So you jumping out your seat the way you did, talking about, nah, fuck that. You ain't fuck that. I'm tired of being disrespected. You gonna keep fucking disrespecting me, but you won't get up though. And Scrappy, what the fuck you mean she won't get up though? The fuck you talking about? She was like, nah, fuck you. And she got in his face, and he like pushed her to get her out the way. And she pushed that nigga hard, but he ain't move. You seen that shit? Like, I know she pushed him hard, but he didn't go nowhere. So then he pushed her and her ass flew across the room, and that's when Mama D got up. Oh no. And security grabbed, nah, get the fuck off me. No. I'm like, see, Mama D ain't about that real life about fighting, because anybody else's mama would have been jumped across that table and tapped that ass on Erica. Now, even though I tweeted that I was on Erica's side, I feel like I understand how she feels and where she was coming from, even though I feel like she handled it wrong. Regardless, if I was in that situation, I don't feel like, even though Mama D is mad disrespectful and I would tell her something, I don't ever feel like I would jump up in her face like I wanted to fight her, because I feel like because I love this man, I have to have some sort of respect for him when it concerns her. It's not about how I feel about her. I could fucking hate the bitch, and I could sit up there and tell her in her face, I don't like what the fuck you did. I have no respect for you, but I'm gonna respect you to a minimum for the love of this man. But I'm telling you right now, I really don't want nothing to fucking do with your ass, because you feel like another woman is better than me, and I am the mother of your grandchild. Even though, Erica, stop throwing that around like that's supposed to mean something. Mama D don't give a fuck about that. Mama D really don't give a fuck about you being the mother of her grandchild. I don't think she even really give a fuck about her grandchild. She only cares about her grandchild because it's the seed of her son. That's the only reason why she cares. So it's not because it's a child or anything like that. See how she pushed him like hard as fuck, but he ain't moving, and he got up, and now she like, fuck up out of here, and told Mama D, because she told Mama D to be quiet because Mama D was misunderstanding the conversation before she jumped up. And she was like, I have dealt with this respect for years, and I am tired of this shit. If you think you're gonna disrespect me at my home, at my table, you got another thing coming. She was in the confessional saying that. And then he was like, nah, fuck that. I want my ring back. He knocked the glass off the table. That's some shit I would have done. Some small shit. Knock some small shit off the table. Mama D, my son by himself. My son by himself. Who the fuck gonna do something to Scrappy? Okay, who the fuck gonna do something to that big ass neck of son of yours? He go upstairs and getting clothes off hangers and shit. I'm like, nigga, where the fuck you going? He like, nah, fuck that. I want my ring back. So I guess you want to stop the engagement because she jumped up at your mama. And I totally understand that, but at the same time, like, I feel like Mama D, you left yourself open to be disrespected by getting into their relationship and trying to bring another woman into their relationship. You left yourself open to be respected. You have to give respect in order to receive it. And when you disrespect somebody like that, just think about it, women. Like I know when I was watching Much Love from KY, like she was talking about it from a mother standpoint. She was pissed off at Erica. And she was only speaking from a mother standpoint. But I'm like, just think about if it was you. Just think about if your mother-in-law snuck a woman over to see your, you know what I'm saying, your husband or your, you know, or your husband to beat whatever. Like, you would feel like ultimate disrespect, because at the end of the day, when other bitches do it, it's different, but that's his mama and she's gonna be influential on him. So for her to keep trying to break up the relationship, that's gotta be very fucking annoying. And at some point, a bitch that don't know how to handle the situation the right way is going to overreact and jump up in somebody's face and just handle it all the way is wrong. Like, and that's really what it was. Erica handled the situation wrong, even though I understand how she felt and where the fuck she was coming from. I felt like Scrappy should have been stepped in and drew the line in the sand, and he should have left her fucking mama alone. I really feel like she felt like he was jumping on her mom, and that's why she was like, what the fuck, what about your mama that's been calling me a bitch for years? My mama ain't never called you no puss ass nigga or no sorry motherfucker. She ain't never called you nothing like that. And then Mama D was like, you know, when Scrappy was like, oh, we all some, you know, disrespectful motherfuckers, and Mignon was like, oh no, see, I'm not gonna be your motherfucker. And that's when Erica was like, nah, and I'm never gonna be your motherfucker. And that's when, you know, shit just popped off. And then Mama, you know, she was like, your mama calls me a bitch, and then she was like, yeah, you are a bitch, but I'm a bigger bitch. And I'm like, see, that's another thing right there. As somebody's mama, why are you talking to a child like that? Like, I'm just saying, like, she not a child, she grown, but why are you calling her a bitch? Why are you calling her out her name? Why do you think that's okay if she never did it to you? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like Mama D has been disrespectful since day one, and Erica just sat there and did nothing for a lot of shit last season, and I'm kind of happy to see her pop off. I'm just gonna be honest and real, and I can't even wait to see that fight between her and her and Shay. I just feel like Mama D, you put yourself in that situation. I can't really feel sorry for you when I feel like you be mad disrespectful all the fucking time. Even though I would not have wanted somebody's mama like that, because I just wouldn't do no shit like that. And Much Love from KY said something else that I agree with. She said that Erica doesn't respect Scrappy as a man, and I was like, because he has yet to prove himself to be a man to her. Like, unless you're gonna be able to tell your mama that, yes, you are my mother, I love you and I respect you, but you need to respect my wife and my relationship, and if you can't do that, then we can't be around each other. Because at the end of the day, the son leaves his mother and his father to be with his wife. Like, I feel like there are a lot of men that don't understand that that's your mother, but at the same time, your wife now, you know, the woman that's about to be your wife has to be number one now. Like, that's what the situation is. Because in my life, my daddy treated my mama like she was number one. So I know if I'm going to be with a man, yes, I want you to love and respect your mama, because I want you to love and respect me. And if you don't respect your mama, you're not going to respect me. But I also feel like, you know, Scrappy the opposite. Scrappy respect his mama but don't respect his girl. So
he respected both of them, but you know.
I mean, he disrespected her before though. I mean, cheating on her and shit, and like that Shay situation was mad disrespectful. Like, they sitting up there kikiing about the fact that she ain't know about it. Like, that shit was disrespectful. But anyway, y'all, that's my time. like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed this video that happened on a fucking Tuesday morning. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that at the end of the episode, when everybody was being pushed outside, when Scrappy grabbed his clothes and all of that, and Erica called him a broke ass bitch, and he was like, broke ass bitch, and he went back in the house. Let me tell you something. The type of argument they was having is only an argument from two people that love each other. He loved her and she loved him, and they both disrespect each other's mamas and shit. So I feel like they can just come to an agreement and get the fuck over this. Everybody apologize and move the fuck on. But I just don't want her to be with him at the end of the day, even though I do. I want them to be together, but then I don't. It's weird. I don't know. You know what I mean? But anyway, so him and Mama D outside, and she getting her red Benzo, and she backing out, and you know, I guess she backed out too quick, and he was like, she better not hit my fucking mom. It's over, son. It's over, cuz. So, you know, Mama D move out the way, and she back out, and he threw a bottle at her fucking car when she was driving off, and then him and Mama D said they gonna camp out this bitch until she come back because he want his ring, and they both standing out there like this. I'm like, y'all look fucking stupid standing outside that house by yourself waiting for that girl to come back and give you that ring. She is not gonna come back and give you that ring. Now, even though a man can sue for his ring back because it is basically a contract, and if I don't want to marry you anymore, I can take my ring back. So he can get the ring back. But I do feel like that's very depending on the situation, especially a situation like this. I don't know if I would ask for the ring back, just because I feel like if you about that life, talking about you going that money and shit like that, and the relationship just ain't working out, well, you know, what you need the ring back for, nigga? Like, I wouldn't have gave it back to him, and then I would have pawned it and got the money for it. I wouldn't have, but that's just me. But I wouldn't disrespect nobody mama like that either. So I would feel like I don't, you know, no, I deserve the ring. Get the fuck out of my face. You know what I mean? After all of this shit, nigga, after all of this, and you want the ring back, kiss my motherfucking ass. But anyway, y'all, they was standing outside like some fucking dummies. And next episode, I feel like they probably gonna break up or push the relationship, you know, like, oh, we gonna put the wedding thing on hold. Anyway, so once again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you all, and I made 1 million subscribers, and I'm gonna do, I made a million subscribers, I wish. I made 1 million views. So I'm probably gonna do something for that sometime this week. There's a lot going on right now. I have a lot going on, and I used to be tired. I didn't do an MF and advice. I didn't do a scandal, but I'll do them all this week, and I'll talk about, you know, I'll probably do 5 extra letters in the MF and advice, and I'll talk about what happened in last week's scandal and this week's scandal. So you guys don't feel too bad about it. I'll get them out. So anyway, peace, love, hair grease.